Hi guys, so this is the continuation of our tutorial on the DDS, ADDS, Active Directory Domain Services. So after installing your DDS, you can check it here. You have your roles, and then you have your Active Directory services, domain services. Okay, so today I would like to teach you how to install a DHCP server. After installing this DHCP server, I would like to move to adding new clients and making a new user. So I just want to have a brief review on how we set up our network. So our local area network address for our server is this one, 20.20.1. So we can check it on your here. So we'll go there and then view status, and then we can go to your properties and then check this one. So we set this one as static. So like what I've said, if you're setting up a server, we always set that one as a static. Now for your DHCP server, we are going to add roles here so that we can provide IP address for our clients. So on the CSS NCII exam, you need to set up your DHCP server within the machine. So it is suggested that you turn off any DHCP service running on the network. So today we are going to add a role wherein what do you call this one? We are going to set up the DHCP service. So this is your server manager. This is a quick view of your services running on your server 2008. So if you click on roles, you can see it here. We have only Active Directory Domain Services and in your DNS server. So we're going to add a role, which is your DHCP. We're going to click on add roles. We can click on next, and then select the DHCP server. So you need to check that one, and then we're going to go for next. So in this area, if you can read this one, you should configure at least one static IP address on this computer. So we have already done one. The IP address of our server is 172.20.20.1. So that is static IP address. Okay, before you install DHCP server, you should plan your subnets, scopes, and exclusions. Make a record and plan it in a safe place for later reference. So my plan here is to set up the DHCP server from 172.20.20.10 for your released what do you call this one? We provide those service IP address for our clients. So we exclude 172.20.20.1 to 172.20.20.10. No, I mean 9. So other than that, we are going to give that one as our IP address for our clients. So let's go and click that one. So if you have a network card in place and a static IP address in place, it will automatically detect that one, and then it will provide this one wherein it gives us an easier way, and then we can click on next. So we have one adapter here, local area network. That's the physical address. So we have that static IP address there. So it will just check this one. We have your parent domain, and then your DNS server, which is the same, this server machine. So we can click next. Once it's not required, yes, we can click on next. And then this is the part where you're going to set up this DHCP server. So what we're going to do is add. We're going to put a scope name. So LAN underscore underscore DHCP 1, because you can create as many DHCP service you can have here. So I'll just put 1. If you have plans of adding more, then you can add. You can say LAN DHCP, or you can actually put a descriptive name here, LAN DHCP lab 1, laboratory 1, so that it would be easier. So our starting IP address, like what I have said earlier, 172.20.20.10. So the IP address would start with 11. Starting IP would be 10. So we'd like to end this one with 172.20.20. That we can set 254. But for scalability, we have a reserved IP address of 4 addresses. So I'll just put 50, and then the subnet mask could be 255.255.255.0. So that is /24, and our default gateway would be what did I set for my let's say, so my default gateway should be the same with this one, so I need to check. Yeah, it's that 5. Normally we always set this one as our router going to the internet. Okay, so 172.20.20.5. Okay, subnet type wired, least duration will be 6 days, so you can actually change it with 8 hours. So if the server doesn't hear anything from the client who had the IP address, within 6 days without hearing any information about this, it will release, it will get that IP address and assign it to someone else. Okay, so we're good with that. 6 days. Okay, and then we can go for next. Okay, disable. Yeah, we can just, if you want to. For me, I just leave this behind. It's for DHCP version 6. That's IPv6, but it's up to you if you want to disable that one. But for me, I want to go on with this one enabled. So same, prefer DNS IPv4. This is the IPv6 for this is how IP version 6 looks like. It's hexadecimal. Okay, so we can just use current credentials. Yeah, Gnard Valley, that's a Gnard administrator. I can click next, and this is a summary built with the configuration you had. So let's go and install this one. So after installing this one, you can see it here, installation succeeded. Okay, so close and close this one. Then you can see it there, it's there. So in your DHCP server, you can actually check it here. Let's refresh this one, close this one, and then click again your server manager, go for roles, and then let's check this one. Okay, there you go. We have IPv4. This is the scope we created. So if you can check this one, IP leases. There are no clients connected yet. So I'm going to, that's how to install a DHCP server. Now we can test this one. I need to show you another client, and then the client who should be getting an IP address from the server should show here. So I need to have at least Windows 7 set up, and then at the same time I'm going to join it to the domain of gnard.com, and then create user, and we are going to test this user. Okay, so check out my next video, and see you with the next video I'm going to have.